lazy days of summer finally come to an end. We are all going to get back into our kitchens and we're going to be so precise with our meals and our snacks, but sometimes we need a little bit of help figuring out what to do with those weekday meals. Please welcome Mairlyn Smith. She's got so many ideas. Don't you?
I feel like I'm Superman, here to the rescue. Yes, here I am.
You can look in your fridge, you can look in your pantry. You're one of those people, you can make something out of nothing at all.
I know, I'd like to go to somebody's house and go, what are you kidding me? You got this. We'll have this.
That.
I love that too.
So you can help us figure out what we should have around so that things can be really fast and quick, right?
I know, and I'm thinking mostly, you know, when your kids are back and you're back to reality, and you know, you're taking one to one place and the other one's going to hockey and la 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 la. Ah!
So busy.
So yeah, so busy. So we're going to start off with a couple of things that I think you need to have. This is all pantry and fridge stuff, okay? So you need beans.
Oh, so
they're
good
inexpensive. They're really good for you. You know, we used to have beans on toast. You're not a bad mom to have beans. Beans are really, really good for you. Yeah. And if you have some cheese, you know, I like to use a sharp cheddar. Yeah. If you have some cheese, that's a Canadian one. Okay. Then you only have to use a little bit. And this is called a jacket potato. And it's made with sweet potatoes. So you should always have sweet potatoes, beans, and cheese in your house. And you're pretty much good to go for this recipe.
You have a meal.
You have a meal. That's a whole dinner. My son survived in university on this.
That is the best thing.
It is.
I mean, it's not a bowl of pasta.
No.
That's great.
You're getting beta carotene, you're getting antioxidants from the beans, you're getting a bit of calcium from the cheese, and then I always put a little bit of deli style salsa that's low sodium on to give it a bit of a zing. So get your kids to do it. They can just watch this. If they can't do this, you're a loser mother because you haven't taught them how to do anything. So there you go. Stick that in the microwave, and then you just, when it's, I got, they're the cute. You can pretend you're at a deli.
That's very cute.
You know, I got that at a little store, and then slice it up. You know, cut it like that, squish it. Like I did this yesterday, so don't even eat it. And then you put all the beans on it. Yeah. And then, if you want, you can do this in the microwave. If you have little kids and you're afraid about can openers, put the beans in a glass jar, and then they can warm it up in the microwave too. All right?
There
you don't have to be their slave.
All right. Get them in there cooking and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have over here?
This is one of my favorite ones. This is called a tuna bowl. I don't know what it's called, but I made it up. Anyway, I always have barley in my house. I cook a big pot of barley, a pot of brown rice, and a pot of quinoa every week. And then, shameless plug about this fabulous book that got shortlisted with the Taste Canada Cookbook Awards. We got shortlisted. I'm very excited about this book.
That's pretty amazing. Give her a big hand for that.
Yeah, right, I mean,
so anyway. This is a popular book, and it's quinoa.
It's all quinoa.
All quinoa recipes.
Right, all quinoa. So we'll forget about that. Okay, so anyway, so I cooked the quinoa. It's not a complex carb. It's a seed, but it's got some protein and it acts like a carb. And then what you do here, you're going to do this now, Tracy. There's your little bowl. We're going to make this. So you put in a half a cup of whatever thing you want. Okay. So half a cup of quinoa is one serving. You could do a cup if you wanted. That would be okay. Okay. And then you're going to open one of these little baby cans of tuna.
Oh, I love
And this is what you have in the pantry. So you have all this dry stuff in the pantry, but you also have one of these cans. And here's some chopsticks, or you can do it with a knife. Just plop it in. And then, you know,
I love the chili, the sweet chili.
I love this one too. If it's a little spicy for your kids, there's other flavors as well.
Very nice.
But you know what? It's a perfect serving size of protein, and that's why I really like it. So if you're hungry, there's your protein. And then you can add stuff. And what I do during the weekend is I chop all this stuff up. So there's frozen peas. Stick them on. There's some cilantro. These are out of my garden.
Look at you.
Look at me. That's there's zebra tomatoes and a whole bunch of other things. A green onion. And you know what? And as far as dressing is concerned, you don't need any because of the oil in here. But if you wanted some, if you want to buy a commercial Asian dressing, this one's good. It uses canola oil, and I like it. And there's dinner.
Amazing.
And there's dinner.
So good.
If you listen, once again, if you can't make this, you know, you're a loser. Okay, good. All right. So, and that was a quick dinner. But like, you know, you could get your kids, like, all you have to do is have this, have that ready. They can make their own.
It's all about the prep.
It's all about being organized.
Being organized and thinking ahead. So,
totally.
But that's a good fast one.
This one is a chicken tortilla. It's simple. I buy the chicken. It's $10. It serves a whole bunch of people.
The roast chicken,
on. Yeah, just a roast chicken. Yeah, no, not the raw one.
I'm just checking. I don't know.
Throw the raw chicken on and roll it up and kill somebody. Anyway, so cooked chicken, and then you can, you know, have your little condiments, and they can make that. Okay, over here, protein veggies, right, and a complex carbohydrate. Okay, so that's kind of the trick. Complex carb, protein, veggies. You got dinner. Yeah. So these are the other things that I have in my house all the time. I always say if you have frozen vegetables, you've got a vegetable. Right. So frozen peas are a go-to, and also the frozen kale. I really like that one. Also, the kinds of things that I buy every week so that I know I can pull together a dinner. Yep. This is just the basics, and that's all you need. You need a bin of salad, because you can always make a salad dinner where you throw a bin of lettuce on. Literally, this is how you do it. You open this up, and you go like this. Okay, dinner's ready. All right, so yeah, that's all you do.
That's it.
And you can either
throw a protein on.
Throw a protein, and what I do.
It doesn't even have to be a protein like a salmon or a chicken.
No.
I mean, chickpeas are perfect.
Perfect.
It's in a can.
Or you could have any leftover the chicken you could have put on. And I keep these kinds of beans in my fridge so they're cold and ready to go.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So there's always like, I don't like putting warm beans on a salad. It's gross.
Yeah,
or room
I
temperature.
agree.
So keep this in the fridge. Another trick is to have hard cooked eggs. And the way that I know I've hard cooked them is I take the label off the eggs.
Yeah.
And so these are the hard cooked ones.
Oh, smart.
I could have chopped up 2 eggs and stuck that in as a protein.
Oh, I would like
So
that.
there's that. And then the other vegetables that I always have avocado because that's a heart healthy fat.
Yeah.
I always have sweet potatoes, onions, and then those are my go-to. Lettuce, cucumber, tomato. Like that's just easy. Seriously. And then a fruit that's in season. So blueberries are totally in season.
You got it.
And then if you're really, really pressed for time, you are not a bad mom if you make them a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, I thought you were going to say grow your own peppers. I'm
yes.
Like, hey, that's hard.
So grow your own peppers. It starts around January. Yeah. And then you can do a craft. No, I'm not Martha Stewart anyway, although we have the same initials. Anyway.
So peanut butter sandwich, so close those two.
Yeah.
Peanut butter sandwich, not such a bad thing because you're getting the protein and you get the whole wheat.
Yeah, and then you're going to use a whole grain whole wheat bread, stick a banana
bread
in it, and honestly, you can't send peanuts to school anymore.
No.
So it's good, and peanuts are full of folate. So I'm a big fan. Natural peanut butter, though I don't like all the sugar in it. I'm not a big fan of that at all. Another really easy dinner would be hummus. You can just buy hummus and chop up and have this, and that's okay. Dinner's ready.
Oh, I love you for saying that.
It's all easy. Okay?
I'm not a failure.
You're not.
Okay,
no,
let's go to
Nobody
break.
is.
We've got more coming up. So easy. I'm not a failure.